everyone, welcome to Stand-Up Analysis. We're going to be watching a stand-up set and analyzing what went well, what maybe didn't go so well, and the decisions we made along the way. So anyone, if you like this type of content, give us a like, comment, subscribe. We're going to get into the stand-up itself. So here we go. Without further ado, this set.
It's truly Cinco de Mayo. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage a true comedy powerhouse. He's a former roast battle champion, a finalist at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone Clash of Comics, and the reigning U.S. Comedy Contest winner. Not only did he make history by being the first comedian to take home the top prize in both the 2-year and under headlining categories, but he continues to bring laughs wherever he goes. Please give a round of applause for the hilarious
Your face.
Ian Brice.
I mean, good luck living up to that. What?
I know, right? I know. I didn't want to write that, but they're like, no, put it. I'm like, okay. All right.
It's it's a double-edged sword because on the one hand, if you have all this credibility, the audience is like, oh, okay, let's give him a chance. But on the other end, if you have all this credibility, like he better be as good as all that. So
That part.
So you're saying you didn't get to choose your intro; they chose that whole.
Yeah, they suggested I write all that in there. Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, like some of that great, but it was so long and so okay.
I love supporting local businesses.
Okay, great initial premise. I don't know how much we say before we're into jokes, but like we are there already. That is great word economy. It's like I love supporting local business. How like let's if we could play a game of like pull premise. Already there's like, okay, I love supporting local business. How local businesses? The store right outside. Here, let me the store in my pocket. How much do we love supporting local business? I won't shop at any named brand. If you have 2 locations, you don't have my business. I love supporting local business. Here's an ad from Bob's Tires, who I talked to before the show. There's so I don't know where you're gonna go, but are there any other potential like ways that like you could potentially pull premise from just that sentence that you don't actually use in the stand-up before we watch what you do with it?
Oh, yeah, totally. I think like what you said, I can say any local businesses that I prefer. Anything else, like restaurant wise, fuck the Chili's, fuck the Applebee's. I go to Steve's Deli. Anything like.
Oh,
But the whole local world is my oyster.
Oh, and I do love what you just said about like if we're touring with this bit, choosing local businesses for every place that you tour, and the audience is like, it's where we're from. That's our local business. Yay! And then it feels custom and bespoke. Great initial bit. Okay.
Oh no, you forgot your keys? Oh, boo-hoo. Okay. Have you ever been sitting at a red light and you're eating some Taco Bell and that's bussin', That's for you, Gen Z. The Taco Bell slaps, okay? All right? And you're just going, nom, 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 nom. And then you accidentally lift your foot off the brake without noticing and slowly roll through the intersection? Oh, okay. No one? All right, so anyone else?
Oh, okay. So a few things about this. One, you're saying, the posit is that you are saying that you have ADHD, so that so I don't know that information, so I'm trying to have to like assume it, but I don't know it because we haven't said like, oh, you've lost your keys. Have you ever done this thing? Like, is that something you've done? Is that something ADHD? I don't know. As an audience member, I don't have that critical piece of information. And similarly with the Taco Bell, we are mid paying off one logical thread with like, you think you have ADHD. This is the real thing. And then we do this Taco Bell side tangent, which I wasn't expecting, and takes us off the taut logical thread we're going over here. So I'm like, where is that's a joke, that's a joke, that's a joke, that's a joke, that's a joke.
Yeah, that's happened to me because I have ADHD, right? You forget your keys, I forget I'm driving.
Okay, great. Then I do like okay, we just built this whole big scenario. Now we are sort of like summing it up. And since the ideas that we're playing with are more clearly stated, the audience is like, I get it now, and now I can sort of like tension release. Your thoughts on that?
No, you most of your tips have been simplified, so that's one of my biggest things is overthinking, over analyzing things.
Oh,
so.
sure. Look,
Yeah.
we can get to complex bits, but like the average person's working memory is only 7 objects, and that's at the best of times. If they're slightly drunk, if they're sort of talking to other audience, if they're fatigued from other comedians, it's maybe 4 objects. So how many objects do we need in this joke? Keep ADHD, keep that these people don't really have ADHD, keep that I'm in my car, by the way, Taco Bell, now there's a train, now there's a cop, oh yeah, and remember, I have ADHD. Which, like, we can get the audience there, but if we're like, okay, they think they have ADHD, I actually have ADHD. Yeah, not only do I lose my keys, but I also, like, and we can set up this scenario so that we can make jokes along the way instead of like, listen, joke about Taco Bell that you weren't prepared for. What? Listen, joke. So it's like
I get that.
I love this whole story. We just need like simple idea, joke. Okay, now that you have this piece of information, simple idea, joke. Okay, now you have this, and then we can sort of layer ourselves up there and just take a little bit more time.
Right. It was a good opportunity to interact, which exactly.
What structurally, writing wise, I like that it's in there, but performance wise, we didn't have that performance support the writing that let that moment open for us. But I like that in the writing, it was there, because a lot of times people won't even think about the audience when they're writing stand-up. They're treated as like one giant monologue without thinking about what the response, whatever that dialogue is, and it sets you up for failure when you get on stage. So a lot of times when I'm working with my students on my show in New York, when we're workshopping my material in the Discord, people are like, it doesn't really make any sense. I'm like, yeah, because this material doesn't make sense without the other person. It is written as a dialogue, because in the end, it'll be a dialogue. Y'all's stand-up is written in a monologue, so it makes more sense in this Discord, but on the stage, it feels like you're steamrolling them, that you're missing half of the whole piece. So it's like, a lot of comics don't think to include that section in their writing.
Even in the bathroom, like, ma'am, do you ever forget to brush your teeth at night once in a while? Too tired, right? We all do, right? We all do, don't we? Right? Me, I consciously make the choice to stop wiping myself because I'm bored.
Even that big, one of the first big audience laughs, and instead of like we're literally looking down into the act out instead of interacting with the audience in that moment and then doing the act out. Although maybe this act out helps fuel and skipping stone that applause, so I might revoke this in 2 seconds.
Yeah, looks good enough to me, right? Can always buy more underwear, can I, huh? Jeez, and that's what the heavy loads.
Oh, even that they're just trying to give you like which is a good thing. That means they want to play with you. They want to give you. But then we kept talking. We didn't interact with I'll do it again. I'll throw even more away, and then play with that back and forth, right? And so then we can fuel.
Yeah.
We're basically subconsciously saying like, no, I don't want you to talk. No, I want to get these jokes across. I don't want to hear your reaction. So the reactions are gonna boop, 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 boop. They're not bored, but they're like, oh, he doesn't want this. He wants this. So that's what they're gonna give you.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Yep.
You're saying the audience is a living, breathing thing. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's almost like if we choose to do live comedy, we have to use the live audience. Otherwise, we should just tape it and play them the tape.
Yeah, exactly, and put them in a room, right? You watch it in here.
Upstairs making some breakfast, and my aunt was in the house, right? So I'm just scrambling some eggs, and I hear this.
Okay, information.
Ian! Hey, Ian! I just want to let you know, you're looking less fat today. Good job. Keep it up. Thank you. So, forget the eggs, right? That's what I say, right? So I'm like, all right, let me get some coffee. Let me go to the Keurig, just grab that, right? And, my aunt, she likes to make fun of me because my whole family's black.
Once again, this premise is New Yorkers are mean. How many extra specific informations are we going to use? How much more details about there was the egg and the pan has been in my generation, my family for 50 years, and I was wearing a turquoise shirt. By the way,
I think it was a decaf coffee.
Yeah. We don't. Audience doesn't care. We don't need this. And the more words we say, the more it dilutes the important words. If I only say 5 words, important words. If I say a bunch of words and everything goes by, and then I say another thing that seems like it's logical because I highlighted it, then the audience thinks, well, maybe that's the bit, maybe the other thing of it. I don't know. What was the specific way I started this sentence? You know what I'm saying? It's much harder to keep that one critical thing in the audience, because some people will take that one critical thing, but some people will think, oh, this isn't the critical thing, and ditch it and take new critical thing, but then they won't be prepared for the joke.
And I'm the only Hispanic one, right? So, before I can put the K-cup in, she's like, Hey Ian, yeah. I just want to let you know your mustache, I like it. but you kind of look like the third Mario brother.
Oh yeah, we could have just done first insult about like, oh yeah, you're not as fat or whatever. Oh, the next day, oh yeah, mustache, you look like the next Mario brother. Oh god, oh, a week later, boom, 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 without the whole deluge of. If we use that information comedically in some way or something, okay, great, then we deserve to say it. If we don't, it's just fluff.
Sit down, and my phone buzzes, right? Look at that. I'm like, okay. Oh, a comment on one of my stand-up videos. That's great, right? So I look at the comment, right, and it just reads this. It says, why he built like Mr. Incredible. Why he built like Mr. Incredible. Okay. All right, and then I look at the username, right?
What? That's a perfect question. Like why he built like Mr. Incredible. It's all that Taco Bell. It's the bakery thing. We could have answered that question and gotten a free second joke.
Yeah,
I don't know. We can play a game of like finish that punchline. Things that we've either mentioned or we want to talk about. Why he built like Mr. Incredible. Like just thoughts off the top of your head. I'm sure you can come up with like 5.
Yeah. Why is he built like Mr. Incredible?
Because I was in the armed services. Oh, you can even use the venue that you're doing. Because I went to the bakery. Because I forgot to wipe, and then, I don't know. There's like all these things that we've already established in our set that could be payoffs, as well as like the moon is the limit. Do you want to shoot one out?
I'm trying to think of one. Why he built like Mr. Incredible? That's not the only thing big on me.
Great!
That's not the only thing incredible about me, or
Yeah. And as far as like other premises we could have done off that, why he built like Mr. Incredible? Why you talk like blah blah blah? You could have been responding to the comment with another mean comment. Because also,
why don't you speak proper English? Right? Why can't you?
Great.
Right?
You've established through that really long intro, and you've explicitly said it during your set that you are the roast master. You have yet to roast someone. Your family's roasted you, but you roasting back would seem like the logical next step of that. That from if anything, you should be clapping back with like things that just shut them down completely as the winner of professional roast competitions.
Yeah, I know that was my instructor also said like I really want you to give it to your fucking aunt, but it was the first time I made jokes about her, so it was a personal thing. She was in the room.
Oh.
Yeah, that was.
I mean,
but I totally get it. Yeah, you're not the only one who wants to roast her ass.
She's in the room, by the way, y'all. Can we get a big boo for that comment? Boo! Yeah. Be nicer to me. Roasted like those coffees that coffee you interrupted me making. Or whatever.
Yeah, so that's why I often have to rely on my friends for advice and things, But I got a lot of guy friends, a lot of girlfriends. But I gotta tell you, ladies, you're winning. You're winning the friend race, aren't you?
Okay, once again, we are there. I got a lot of guy friends, got a lot of girlfriends. Women are winning the friend race. We could be off to the races about like compliments. Yes, checking enemy. Yes, queen. Yes. Women are winning the race. Men, you don't know my birthday. You don't. So like we could be paying off. Do we pay off? Let's play a game of do we pay off immediately?
Do we pay off?
Yeah. Do we pay off? Let's see.
But I got a lot of guy friends, a lot of girlfriends. But I gotta tell you, ladies, you're
got a lot of guy friends, got a lot of girlfriends, but no girlfriend. Oh, I'm single or whatever. If you want the parallelism, I've got a lot of guy friends, I've got a lot of girlfriends. There's also something there that we could use that to pay off about like I got a lot of guy enemies, I got a lot of girl enemies. Like there's so many ways like build that premise that we could just go from just that juxtaposition even before we get into the proper payoff. Having just watched this together. To sort of like tie a bow around the process of us watching together. Anything that like you would do next time if you did the set again, you wouldn't do next time. Any of the concepts, so you're like, oh, this really resonated with me, or I want to add some of my own thoughts or questions with anything that sort of we've talked about over the past hour.
Yeah, totally. I think like you said, some missed opportunities to interact with the audience a little more. Even build off my own premises that I've already made to add additional opportunities instead of giving information, more punchlines there. Yeah, and then just treating the audience like you said, like that you're bringing them along, you're tagging them along, to you're in control of where they're focusing. Really, you've made my writing with just that idea takes so much tension off my writing of overthinking and that just
Oh,
more simplified.
so, if anyone is still watching after the fact, give us a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more comedy from either of us. Our socials will be in the description. Any words of parting that you want to say, potentially people watching after the fact?
You are doing great work here. Keep doing it, man. You because people need this analysis. You make me feel very comfortable. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.